Not too long ago, I updated you all about what was happening with Mt. Gox. A lot of people were upset because it turned out that the amount of Bitcoin recovered from Mt. Gox was going to be paid back to those who lost money in the exchange in yen and not Bitcoin. And what that meant, because of the sharp rise in Bitcoin, was that a bunch of money was left over, and that presumably would have been going to Mark Karpellis, making him even more money. So people were outraged. Now we do have some updates on what's going on with this fiasco. I'm joined here by Maxim Lott, who is the executive producer of The Stossel Show. Thanks so much, Maxim, for chatting with me.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So what's the latest on Mt. Gox?
The latest is that they've announced that they sold a whole bunch of Bitcoins, about a quarter of what they had, and the amount that they sold is basically exactly equal to the amount that they owe the people who had Bitcoins and dollars on Mt. Gox when it was hacked and when it was shut down. So that's good for people who have money there and want to get it back, because now it's stored in yen, which is stable, not in Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin goes to zero, you're still getting back at least the kind of fiat value of what you had in the exchange.
So not all of the Bitcoin was liquidated. You still got about 3/4 left, and I presume that that money would be going to Mark Karpellis. Is that correct?
There's good news on that front, too. Just last week it came out that the Japanese government-appointed examiners had recommended that they follow a procedure where the people who had money on the exchange get paid in proportion to how much the Bitcoins have gone up, rather than all the extra profit from the Bitcoin rise going to Mt. Gox and Mark Karpellis. So that seems like a much fairer way of doing it, and it's much better for anyone who had money on that exchange. Now, it's just a recommendation. The court still has to accept it, but it's looking good.
Well, fingers crossed that that's what happens, and the people who lost money actually get to recoup the full value of the Bitcoins that they managed to recover, because otherwise I think a lot of people would be very angry.
Yeah, and they'll never get the full value of the Bitcoin increase, but they'll get, as you said, the full value of the Bitcoins that were recovered, which is about 1/5 of them.
Exactly. Cool. Well, thank you so much for chatting with me. I know it's late in New York where you are, so I appreciate your time.
Oh, thank you.